This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse New Eternia, Mekaneck. As you can see, I've already got the figure out of his box, so getting Mekaneck out of the way. I'm gonna show you guys the box as I usually do at the start of my toy reviews. As you can see, the artwork of Mekaneck on the front continues on the side. Doesn't seem to be any other characters in this artwork, unlike the artwork we've seen for He-Man and Triclops. However, we do see more artwork for Mekaneck on the other side. Some information. The bottom of the box, as we can see, pictures of the figure, his accessories at the back, just like we've seen with He-Man and Triclops. See a brief bio for Mekaneck along with the other figures in the wave. I've also reviewed He-Man and Triclops. Well, enough about talking. For the pictures on the back, it's easier for me to show you the actual figure and go over my copy of Mekaneck. What I like about Mekaneck's design is his helmet and his armor. You may recognize this armor. Looks similar to the armor used for Stinkor, although I didn't much like that character, so held out for getting Mekaneck, and I'm really glad Mattel actually made him. You can see like how this piece can cover his mouth, so you just see his shiny goggles. Throughout the body, there seems to be a nice, more armored look throughout the figure compared to the other Masterverse figures we've seen. Hold on, not sure how we can focus this camera better, but there seems to be more armored feel to Mekaneck's suit compared to the other Masterverse figures we've seen, like He-Man, and He-Man's body is basically the same design as most of the other Masterverse figures. Same goes with the the leg. See, there's a sharper detail in the legs, such as the knees, thigh, and the way these lines molded, longer straight lines. Let's see, the bicep also has more straighter molded details, edges to it, and so on the elbow here. As you can see, He-Man's back of He-Man's elbow is rounder. It's more sharper on Mekaneck. Yeah. Also, there seems to be this sort of shape here in the arm. There's was a bicep, which again looks rounder on He-Man. Let's see. I don't want to burn up any more time describing it. You'll probably notice it better when you buy it yourself. Overall, Mekaneck's a really awesome figure. One of the better designs, in my opinion, from Masters of the Universe. Like the armor, helmet. And to further drive down how I feel about the figure, I want to compare Mekaneck to his Masters of the Universe Classics figure. As you can see, it's a bit shorter. I can't bring the arms in all the way. You can see the armor is a bit wider. Here, they seem to have the same level of detail. As you see some silver here, but for some reason the boot's all silver here, but it's got some gray coloring around the straps. Let's see the belt. What's interesting is actually seems to be glossy where these circles are in the edges, whereas it's all mono colored here, but you can't really tell the difference unless you see them both close up. So the head sculpt on the Masters of the Universe Classics one is in this silver paint here. It's all chromed out, which is cool. Some people have said you can sort of see Mekaneck's eyes underneath the goggles, whereas this one, his eyes seem to be completely covered, which is good. I'm glad that improvement was made to the head sculpt, even though people often praise the amount of detail in these Masters of the Universe Classics figures. Also, the bat on the new one seems bigger, and not as much subtle details like having shiny paint, but you really don't notice them. So it's no big deal. Also, this one comes with a shield. Oh, well, this one does not. This is the only figure, or the first figure for Masterverse, which I feel is this much better than the Masters of the Universe Classics version. Like the taller bat, the armor isn't as wide, making him more articulated. Well, I guess if you like the goggle be silver or chrome, I guess that's personal preference, but you got a slimmer armor, so it's not hindering the arm movement as much. I do like the taller proportions and whatever additional paint detail the Masters of the Universe Classics one had. They're hard to see when comparing it to new Masterverse figure. Additionally, the Masters of the Universe Classics one just used the standard He-Man buck body, whereas really glad effort was done to make Mekaneck's suit look more like armor and a suit. And he's got that awesome shield too. Oh, and the eyes are fixed on the helmet. And I like the taller bat. Usually Masters of the Universe Classics Mekaneck has these neck extensions, so you can have his neck up a little bit. Or a lot. New Masterverse one, you got this neck extension. Made a bunch of these smaller neck extensions. You can have them articulated, bend in whatever position you prefer. Very cool. Whatever. Take one of these pieces and use it to actually extend the bat. If you've seen the 2000X series, one really cool thing he did was throw the bat really high up into the air and catch it. Very cool. All right, I'll cut short on talking about articulation. It's already a minute longer than other Masterverse recent videos. It's clear Mekaneck has the same articulation as the other Masterverse action figures. So overall, this is a very awesome figure. This has been a great new wave of Masterverse. I like this figure and the He-Man, the Triclops. Haven't got the Keldor yet. That was one I was least interested in, but seeing how good these are may just do it. Yeah, so overall, very awesome figure. Really like the more armorized look for Mekaneck, and I already like Mekaneck's appearance. The suit looks more like armor. The helmet, the armor on his chest, the new shield, longer bat compared to Masters of the Universe Classics figure. And again, this is the first figure that I felt is this much better than its Master of the Universe Classics counterpart. Like the proportions more, the shield, the longer bat, the fact that the head sculpt doesn't have part of the area around the eyes showing, the sharper look of the suit, more articulation, no pins showing on the elbows and knees. I do want to mention that. Would like to mention it does have pins on the arms, the knees, and the elbows here, but not on the feet. There used to be pins here. I think after a certain point, Mattel stopped putting pins in the ankles, and they got a lot consistently tighter. You can kind of see where the pins actually are, but they did make an effort to hide them. You don't see a sort of molded line around them. You do on the knees and elbows. And I do like the slimmer armor, so I could bring the arms in more. Overall, this has the most improvement over its Masters of the Universe Classics counterpart of any Masterverse figure I've had so far. And again, this figure is awesome. Hope you liked this video. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to me. That's it for my review. Bye.